What's up, everybody? This is Derek here, and today we're back in Vikendi at the entrance to the secret cave that was introduced with the recent PUBG Mobile 0.13.0 global update. And that's because, one, I made an oopsie on the last video that I want to correct, and two, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this awesome loot that can be found in the secret cave. So I have broken the rocks with a UAZ. So for those of you unaware, this is one of 3 entrances to the secret cave. And let's go ahead and just zoom right on in. You can see that I am northeast of the O of Podvosto, and that is the first entrance. So today we're going to be taking a look at where all 3 entrances are, which is important if you're planning on ambushing people who might be coming out of the caves, or if you're planning on maybe going in a different entrance to beat another squad to the awesome loot. So I have broken the rocks with a UAZ as well as a Dacia, and I was wondering, can you break these rocks, because that's the only way into the secret cave, can you do it with a snowmobile, which is basically the motorcycle on Vikendi? So let's go ahead. I believe we can, and yep, there you go. Look at that. So we have broken through, and that is that. So awesome, you can break the rocks with a snowmobile, good to know. And I'm going to just take you guys to the other entrances now, the first one, just so you know where they are. And then we are going to be testing whether or not you can blow up the rocks with a frag grenade. So this is the second entrance. It's actually not that far away from the first one, and it is straight north. I shouldn't have zoomed out there. It's straight north of the T. So you can see the first entrance is over here, and that is northeast of the O. This one is straight north of the T, and this is the second entrance, and probably the easiest one to actually find from the air. Now the third entrance is a little bit further away. It's in more of a wooded section, and that one is somewhere over here. Here it is. So that one is right here. So once again, you have that rather conspicuous looking brick road sort of thing leading into the mountainside. That's a good clue that there is a secret cave here. And if we move a little bit further, let's actually just get out of the way so our vehicle is not taking up, it's not blocking the entrances on the minimap. You can actually see the entrances right here. So if you ever get confused, just zoom into your minimap, and one of them is here. The other one is here, and the third one is here. So you see where there's those little like textures on the minimap? That's your indication that those are the entrances to the secret cave of Vikendi. So let's go to the first one and try to find a frag grenade. So funny fact, I might release this eventually because it's so dumb that it's funny. I recorded this video before and I couldn't find any frag grenades. And the reason I couldn't find any frag grenades was because I just wasn't looking, I guess, because they were right there in the cave. And yeah, that was that. So anyways, let's hope this time I can actually see the frag grenades that are in the cave. So hopefully there's one. That's all we need. And we are going to try to break the rocks. You can break the rocks from either direction, so that's good to know. You can break them from inside. I actually drove a snowmobile through this cave before, and that worked fine. Or you can break them from the outside, as I just did earlier. So the big oopsie in the other video is that I forgot to loot the airdrop. So for those of you unaware, there is an airdrop among all of these red crates. There is also a red crate with a blue top that has level 3 gear in it. It's actually the same type of airdrop that, well, drops out of the planes. So yeah, very, very good loot. The location of it does change, and you can see that this time it actually happens to be over here. So the last video, it was over here by this tower that we were trying to climb up. So it's good to know that the location does change. So if you're rushing this location and other squads are also with you, just be aware that the location might not be the same game to game, and as a result, you're going to have to locate it if you want the good loot. So let's see what this one contains. It typically contains, yep, full level 3. So that is awesome. You got a level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, level 3 backpack, an M249, or it could be any other crate weapon. In the past, I saw a Groza here with an 8 times. Not exactly the most useful thing for the Groza, but you know, there you have it. And yeah, anything that you can find an airdrop from the plane, you can find in this airdrop. So do not forget to loot the airdrop like I did. Do not do a Derek G, and you will be in good shape, because that is where the best loot. So if you're rushing in here, I would 100% recommend that you rush to the airdrop if you know that you're going to be the first team there, because that is definitely where the best loot. I mean, there's a lot of good loot here anyways, as we explored yesterday and as we're exploring again tonight, but absolutely best stuff is in that airdrop, so do not forget it. Of course, please tell me there's going to be a frag grenade here. Last time there were like 3 or 4 in the cave, and I just ran past them. So I am playing on a phone. I'm not playing on my iPad, which is probably a mistake for recording this video. So I do have that working against me. It's a lot darker. It's a lot harder to see. It's smaller. But we're just gonna rack up the excuses until I find hopefully a frag grenade, because if there's not one in this cave, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because I really want to test whether or not you can blow up the rocks with a frag grenade. It makes sense that you could. A number of you guys said that you're able to, so I trust you. I feel like it's possible, but I was really hoping that I could showcase it in this video. So I think we're going to speed this part up, and hopefully I will find a frag grenade. Alrighty, the frag grenade has been acquired. I probably ran past like 4 on the way to that. You guys can let me know in the comments, of course. But we have a frag grenade, and I know that we can blow up these rocks from either direction. I only have 1 frag grenade, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the low toss, and we're just going to roll it here and then run back. So here we go. Let's answer this question. That is right up against the rock. I feel like that's as good as you can do. Does it blow it up? Yes, it does. Oh man, that's so cool. Okay, I'm a little too excited right now, but that is awesome to see. So you can get into the cave or get out of the cave with a frag grenade. So again, to recap, this is actually the second entrance that I was showing you guys, right above the T. So to recap, there are 3 entrances to the secret cave. All 3 of them are visible on the mini map if you know where to look. The first one is right down here to the northeast of the O, second one is north of the T, and the third one is further north where there's that weird rock sort of thing on the minimap. So that was the first point. Grenades do work to break the rocks. Awesome. The snowmobile does work to break the rocks as well as larger vehicles, so good to know that any vehicle will break it. And do not forget the epic loot inside that airdrop with the level 3 gear in it. If I'm pretty sure there's only 1 airdrop that spawns every time in the cave. If you can get more than 1, let me know and I'll annotate it or something. But yeah, if you're rushing into the cave, the 2 spots that I have found it so far, I've actually found it here a number of times, like 4 or 5 times at this point, and then I found it twice over by this entrance, like I said, right over here. And I'd imagine there's also a spawn point near the 3rd entrance, which is probably in this vicinity. Yeah, it's probably like right over here or something. So regardless of what entrance you use, I feel like there's like an equal opportunity to be the first one to the level 3 gear. So there you have it. More talking about the secret cave on Vikendi, introduced with the recent PUBG Mobile 0.13.0 global update. And I feel like one of the final things we should do here is take a look. Obviously, I didn't loot everything, but you can see here that I have the M762. I have the G36C. I could have had the M249, lots of healing items, some decent scope options, a pan, full level 3 armor, as well as the backpack, of course, from that airdrop. So yeah, overall, definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend this spot. It is very popular, so if you're dropping here, just make sure that you drop close by, you find a vehicle, and you get here as soon as humanly possible, because otherwise you are going to be fighting a good number of squads for the loot, and that is not easy. So my name's Derek G. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. It really does help grow the channel. I certainly appreciate it, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content. I hope to see you on the battlefield soon or in a future video soon. If you have a future video idea, definitely leave it in the comments down below or send it to derekgreplays@gmail.com. I definitely will read it and potentially incorporate it into a future video on the channel.